I came across people earning 30,000 plus in their first bazaar, and that blew my mind. How was that even possible? The windmill doesn't unlock until the 6th day, not to mention you only get the hatchet on the 4th day. Did they just get lucky and got a lot of gemstones in just 3 days? Or can we really get that amount with just bugs, processed forageables, crops from the first limited plot, and that 1 day of fishing? We're here to put it to the test. In this video, we're going to go through the first 8 days of the game, which ends on the first bazaar day. And why stop at 30,000? Let's aim for 51,000. That way, the sales goal for the next bazaar rank is out of the way. So can we reach that? Let's find out. Day 1, we'll just enjoy some Mayor Felix shenanigans. While waiting for the cutscene, let's strategize, at least on a high level. Accessories are the most expensive thing you can sell regardless of trend. However, we cannot do that on week 1. Because silver nodes can only be accessed when you unlock double jump or once you unlock the mountains. We won't get all the tools right away, so our first days will be spent on planting crops, foraging, catching bugs, tilling soil mounds, and collecting those gold medals, which is actually a lot already. The first day is also the bazaar tutorial, which gives us around 4,000 worth of seed funds. Nothing much to do on the first day since you'll be forced to sleep. On to day 2. We'll have a tutorial on farming, and you can actually till all the soil during the tutorial, so you won't lose stamina. I usually like my crops in a clean 3x3, but since we're doing the challenge, I'll just let this weed and log be. Now let's check our trends this season. There's a letter from the mayor, and you can also find it in the menu. You can check what specific items are in each category by pressing this button right here, but since we're just starting out, it won't show anything yet, which is a bummer. Trends change every first day of the season, and if you don't like your current trend, you can actually save the night before the start of a new season and reload the previous day. At the start of the game, the trend changes on day 2. So you can save on day 1 and just reload to get the trend you want. For this challenge, we'll go with this. I think it's pretty beginner friendly, but this also means I won't be able to cook the crops, and I won't be able to sell medals at the shop. Now, on to buying seeds. Remember to get the free seeds from the mail as well. And let's catch some butterflies and get those medals on the way. It says here that turnips and daikon radishes take 4 days to grow. And if we water them twice daily, we could get 2 sets. I forgot that the trend was round crops and not white crops, so I accidentally bought daikon seeds instead. It does say here it's round, so fingers crossed. On day 3, we finally get the sickle. This means herbs for perfumes and weeds for fertilizers. And we get radish seeds once we complete Sophie's request, so let's do this. Good thing we still have some plot available in the field, or so I thought. Checked the mail and found out that we get potato seeds. And since I think potatoes are round, which is part of our current trend, like the radish for red crop, I chose to plant the potatoes instead, because we have a limited space in the counter during the bazaar. While the radishes are profitable too, they have to be bought in bulk, but with our limited time in the first bazaar, we'll go with potatoes. Off to catch some bugs and forage herbs and wildflowers. I didn't try to catch bugs in my earlier playthroughs, so it's my first time realizing that there are no evening critters during early spring, unlike summer. We get the hatchet on day 4, and we can finally chop wood and break rocks and copper nodes. Unfortunately, we won't reach those silver nodes just yet because we need to unlock the double jump technique from the mayor. We'll just have to settle for the newly respawned forageables by the end of the day. I did forget to store some items in the storage. The dropped items will stay there for 2 days, but I'm coming back for them when the nodes respawn. Since we don't have the green storage at the bazaar yet, I'll just stock up on the non-perishable items I'm going to sell there. On the 5th day, the mayor gifted us with a chicken, which means we'll be getting eggs by tomorrow. Moment of truth, looks like daikon radish is not a round crop in terms of trends, despite what it says in its description. However, it still sells for more compared to the turnips. Remember, the price we see here already includes the trend increase. In terms of cost though, I find that turnips are way cheaper and I can buy more. So for the remaining days, we'll go for turnips. I won't be catching bugs anymore, it's more of a player skill. I take too long to catch them, and I'm missing out on the second respawn of the herbs and flowers. So I need to shift my strategy. But let me know in the comments if that's a good idea or not. Unfortunately, by the afternoon, I pushed my stamina to the limit and I passed out. I wasn't able to water my crops twice, but I think the turnips will still make it by Saturday. Day 6. The red windmill will finally be unlocked. After tending to my field, let's give Isaac the material he needs so we can finally use the windmill. Let's process perfumes and canned walnuts. With so many things to sell, the 3 slots in the bazaar won't be enough. Also, you can see here for the base sales, it's the price without the decor and cheer time bonus. This means, for week 1, this is the value we'll get if we sold everything since we don't have decor and cheer time bonus yet. And it's not so bad given that we don't have the processed goods yet. Back to the farm, we can finally fertilize the other crops and start cooking. If you add the extra ingredients under the adapt recipe, you'll get a higher quality dish. So, I'll start saving mince for this. I'm going for quality over quantity, given that we already have so many things to sell with the limited time and item slots in the bazaar. By day 7, fishing gets unlocked, but I find that it takes too long in a day. I'll be business as usual as I tend to my crops and gather forageables. With less crops that need tending to, I guess I did fish in the afternoon. By the evening, I am rushing on processing in the windmill and cooking. I hope we can make it. If nothing else, I hope we can get the bag and storage expansions along with a double jump at the bazaar. And if you've been enjoying the video, don't forget to tap the like button. Moving on, it's finally the day and we're going all out. Unfortunately, the turnips didn't make it. It's a casualty from me passing out on day 5. But that's fine, we had too much anyway. I wasn't exactly confident we'd sell everything, so here we go. Remember to get everything from the windmill and from the mail. Checking the stock, we can see right away that we're a bit short of our 51,000 target. I guess the turnips would have made a difference. That said, we're not even sure we can sell all of these yet. So, let's find out. Even though we started with the trending items, the 3-item slot for the counter is a real challenge. By the end of the morning shift, we got about 22,000 from sales. That's almost half of our estimated sales, and we can get the expansions we wanted. Since cheer time is not yet available, I sold the most expensive ones first, so the afternoon shift was more of a challenge, and we only got 14,000 by the end. That's a total of 36,000. Minus 1,000 for the rank 1 level up, and we see here the 35,000. Looking back, I had fun. It challenged me on what I knew, and the pressure was on. And here's what I would do differently. First, bug catching isn't for me. It takes too much time and sells for less. Second, I should have remembered that picking up forageables consumes stamina. Always check your stamina. Third, go for quality over quantity even at the start, because we only have 3-item slots when we sell. If I start this challenge over, I probably won't water twice anymore and focus on increasing the quality through fertilizer and maybe get to 1.5-star quality. That said, earning gold fast is only part of the journey. If you really want a smooth start in Grand Bazaar, the key is knowing what not to do. So in the next video, I'll share the beginner mistakes I wish I'd avoided and how I'd start fresh today. Click here and let's set you up for the coziest first year possible.